honestly, like, we've seen some bad sport atrocities lately.
This is the worst one.
This is
by far the worst one.
Like, I'm seeing people unite over this. Like, this doesn't even make sense. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, who is?
It's the timeout,
What's up, everybody? We are back with another episode of Timeout Podcast. It's your boy, as always, Nick J. We got Steve back with us.
Yo.
And guys, I don't know where to start. It seems like every week when you think it's going to be a calm week, something else happens.
Yeah, but the best part of this week is my Barcelona qualified top 8.
So did Chelsea. So did Chelsea.
Means nothing.
So what?
Means nothing.
Means nothing. We finished on the same amount of points.
Once again, Mesquilun Club. Continue.
But before we get to Champions League, right, we're going to go to the other football, American football. And we're gonna deep dive a little bit more into how the hell Bill Belichick got snubbed out of being a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Let me just say, I love the National Football League. It brings great entertainment. But the scripts sometimes, they be throwing us in for a loop at times. But yeah, continue.
Yeah, I mean, well, to start the week, if I'm not mistaken, this was the week that they added Shador to the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, which was like,
and we love.
Mind you, we're big fans of 12.
We love Shador.
We're big fans of 12, but that was, might as well put Jackson Dart.
Yeah, well, different conferences, but I will say, for me, I fuck with Shador. I hope he does well, gets paid, and leaves Cleveland, because they never. I don't want him in Cleveland.
Cleveland's another funny situation.
I don't want him in Cleveland. But to be fair, Stefanski and them is leaving, so maybe it's a new era.
Yeah, who do you go and hire? The offensive coordinator from the Ravens.
Okay, sure, but that's maybe a better sit. Like, some people just need fresh starts. Some people, whatever. You never know. We'll know.
We'll see.
And to be fair, say what you want about the Ravens sometimes, right? But Lamar Jackson technically won MVPs off him. With him as an offense coordinator, so his growth as a quarterback, as a young quarterback, that could help.
We'll see.
Like, not everybody's a championship coach, but maybe they're taking it to the next step.
Cleveland's defense was pretty good.
Exactly. So you get a few pieces. Like, you never know. Like,
we'll see what receivers they get Shador.
Yeah, but
not a Pro Bowler.
Not a Pro Bowler
at all.
Not yet. Yeah. Like, he played eight games. He had 7 touchdowns,
10 interceptions.
Like, look, we love Shador, by the way, but like, my thing is, now it looks like a money grab from the NFL.
That's
because
100%.
It's just too.
There's too many stars that are not going to be there like that.
Yeah, like, it doesn't even
need something to bring attention.
Well, yes, you can say there are too many stars, but for his situation, like, we know what it was.
When he started off,
like, we know what it was. Like you said, like, a Dart would be like a too many dudes aren't playing. That would make a little, at least Dart was starting the whole year, most of the year, solid rookie year. Shador played half the year. They didn't want him, all the attention around him being a Sanders kid.
Cam Ward the same conference? Titans.
Yeah.
So then I would have taken the Cam Ward.
Yeah.
Just
Not
that Cam Ward was any better than him.
Yeah. But that just goes to the storylines of what the NFL is doing, or what the hell. Nobody knows what's going on in the NFL right now. Bill Belichick. Okay.
To follow up with that is crazy.
Bill Belichick. I'm not gonna lie to you. I was telling some of my friends and in the group chats and things like that. I think this is honestly, like, we've seen some bad sport atrocities lately.
This is the worst one. This is by far the worst one.
Like, I'm seeing people unite over this. Like, this doesn't even make sense. If he's not a first ballot Hall of Famer, who is? Like, as a coach. And if they want to bring up if it's about the Deflategate, right? What are you going to do with Brady?
They didn't win nothing that year. Deflategate didn't win nothing that year. Which was the other scandal again? They had the Spygate. I don't think they won anything that year also. This is a what? let's just read off his his accomplishments real quick. This is a man who's been to Super Bowl 12 times, 10 times as a head coach, twice as an assistant. He's won 6 of them. He's won 6 as a head coach, 2 as an assistant, so 8 overall. So he has the most playoff wins, the most Super Bowl wins, the most divisional wins, if we want to break it down to everything. But he has the third most wins in football history.
Yeah.
And somehow he doesn't get the 80% threshold. If he doesn't get those votes, who deserves those votes?
I honestly don't know. That's one. 2, like, I liked what a few guys on TV were saying. Like Jimmy Johnson was saying, like, it's a tarnishment to the whole Hall of Fame now.
It is.
Because it just makes T.O. brought up, his case. Like this just shows you what agendas could do. It's one little person that, it just takes one person, right? And a few people probably had an opinion about him already.
They said 11 votes and they make it, right? So literally you're just one, technically it was just one person.
Yeah, but he should have got 50 though.
He should 100% got 50.
But that's the point, though.
He should have been the
so
unanimous.
how did he even get to 11 though?
Do they release the names of the people that vote?
I'm not sure, but
If
I
they
just
do,
read that recently, like today, somebody had come out and admitted like why. But they said they voted for Robert Kraft. They didn't vote against Bill Belichick.
why will I vote for Robert Kraft ahead of Bill Belichick?
Like this
I'm not
is literally
voting I'm not
this
voting
is like a crime.
First things first, I don't think owners really should be in the Hall of Fame unless they did something.
He did though.
No, not unless they had a major impact on not just their franchise, but the whole NFL in general.
No, you having a crazy successful franchise is part of it.
But what did you do apart from that to help the brand of the NFL?
The Patriots?
I can't find the words to describe what I'm trying to say.
But anything that you're saying, he has done though.
Okay, but okay.
So it's like
it's just it's okay at this point. Like Mike Tomlin is a great coach. We think he's a Hall of Famer.
He's not gonna see that.
If we put them side to side, it's not close.
Yeah,
it's not close at all.
But Tomlin, Harbaugh.
If we put Harbaugh, same thing, not close at all. Then
yeah.
What, Andy Reid's gonna get in for what then?
Yeah. Yeah.
This is just crazy, and I hate to say it, but this might be the year that people might need to boycott
They need to boycott
the Hall of Fame.
They need to boycott. Action needs to be done. They can't let the Hall of Fame happen with him not being in the class.
Not being in that. No, definitely not. And when is Brady able to get it?
Ooh, Tom Brady.
Because at this point, it's just
28.
28.
Yeah.
Well, 29. I'll see you there, Brady.
Yeah.
2029, Brady. You'll be a second ballot Hall of Fame.
No, honestly, I think the Hall of Fame committee and stuff, they've even come out and said they're gonna basically assess.
But assess what though? You guys already did what you guys did. If you guys backtrack,
but maybe the committee's different from the voters though. You know what I'm saying?
If you backtrack though, then what does that say about the people that you're putting in charge?
Yes.
Voting.
Yeah. Exactly.
That means that you're just getting some random people. Shoot, might as well give me a vote.
Maybe they're gonna change up the whole thing though now. You know what I'm saying? That's the point. Sometimes something like this needs to happen for change to come. Because maybe these are the same people that were voting for T.O., right?
The thing is but then you're messing the legacy of the sport in general though. Because
you messed it up by making this decision. So now something has to happen. This can't go on. This is not I hate to say it, T.O. was bad. But T.O. isn't what Jerry Rice.
T.O. is not what Bill Belichick is.
Yeah.
As a receiver or as a player, he's not what Bill Belichick is as a coach.
So you could at least, T.O. was bad, right? He should have been in easy.
T.O. football-wise, we can argue who the GOAT of football is, and I don't think you'll put T.O. as a top 10. If we're arguing about the GOAT of coaching in football, Bill Belichick is the one.
Yeah.
It just don't make sense.
It's bad. It's really, really bad. It's really bad.
So if we're making a soccer Hall of Fame for coaches, let's say, who's the greatest soccer coach of all time? You say we'll probably still say Sir Alex.
People, yeah. I mean, I like Mourinho.
No, yeah, but the GOAT of Sir Alex would probably imagine if we made a Hall of Fame right now, and don't include Sir Alex. And like Sir Alex is not a first ballot Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
It just
But that's different though, because at least that one you could say like, all right, players are probably a little bit more if it's your first year. But this is like, you know, obviously it's a year-to-year thing, so it's like you could like it's a crime. It's honestly, I really think they need to. It's not. No, I need to like. They need to boycott. They need to boycott. They need to like.
The award ceremony
cannot happen normally without him being there. It's that simple.
This is also like a special season for the NFL in a way. Like this is a season where we're not seeing a guy like Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen, any of them be legit candidates for MVP. So now you're opening the door for someone else to be an MVP. And like what's gonna surpass that is the fact that Bill Belichick is not a Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
It's just, I feel bad for whoever the MVP is going to be for this year, but the NFL scandal is going to be the Bill Belichick not making it compared to you winning MVP.
Yeah. Yeah. No, it's
that's going to make more noise.
Yeah. No, it's bad. I mean, but yeah.
So he should have gotten 5 championships instead then maybe?
That's the thing. You think, even if they want to bring up the cheating, let's just say, even for the Deflategate, right? Let's say they won. Even if they didn't, even if they won, you still made it that far to Super Bowl. Yeah. That's still a big year that counts towards your legacy in terms of like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like another Super Bowl appearance. Yeah. Like how
you take that let's just say that year they won the championship. You take that one away. I still got.
Like it's not a steroid case, you know, where it's like, you know, you can really question results unless they think that they know something that we don't know or that's not public knowledge. How do you?
But I think scientists came out and I think debunked the Deflategate scandal, saying that in the colder times, the balls will tend to get a little deflated because air and all.
That happens with soccer balls and basketball all the time.
Yeah. So I don't think Deflategate was that big of a scandal to warrant him not to make it. We've seen NFL players do worse.
Yeah.
Like, if we're being honest, like we've seen some NFL players do worse and they're still in the Hall of Fame. Yeah. Their names are still there. They still got their gold jackets. And this guy's going to have to wait to be a second ballot Hall of Famer. I had the third
Eli didn't get in, by the way, again.
Second. That one, I think, too, is also another crime.
No, Steve, come on.
The first ballot, we get that. Second.
Let me see.
Like, this was a top 10. He's top 10, I think, in passing yards. He's probably number 1 interceptions, right? I think.
Like Drew Brees is a finalist. Terrell Suggs, Willie Anderson, Darren Woodson, Adam Vinatieri, Drew Brees, Larry Fitzgerald, Frank Gore. Like these are big time players.
Yes,
that's a nice class.
And Eli,
he's not.
Eli is.
We're talking about all pros and stuff. Eli doesn't have. All right, whatever.
Okay. He have a team to do that. He got them 2 championships.
All right. He'll probably get in third ballot though. He's gonna get in. It's just not. I'm sorry, but yeah. Now to switch over to the other football as in soccer. For those of you who don't know,
Bill Belichick.
Champions League just finished the group stage.
Barca, let's go Barca. Benfica. Like, if we're being real, like that storyline yesterday about the Benfica goalkeeper and who, like Mourinho is part of this. Mourinho has so many iconic moments in soccer. It's not even like the moment where remember 2010 when Inter beat Barca?
Yeah.
And he did all that running around. Yeah. Was it Camp Nou or was it San Siro? He did the running. Camp Nou, I think. Yeah. Doing all that running around there. That was iconic. When he did that thing to Tito Villanova. Tito?
Grabbed his nose or something?
His ear. His ear, yeah. Tito, R.I.P. Tito, I miss you. He did. And then the other day, the celebration against Madrid.
Against Liverpool, when we beat Liverpool away for Chelsea, he ran to the.
Oh yeah, was that 2000? Was that the 04?
No, that was his second.
Oh, okay.
He went to the thing. He was like,
yeah. And then the ball boy celebrations that he always had.
Good. Yeah.
He's a legend. The Tottenham one, he celebrated with that ball boy.
He's a legend.
This one, he just instead of going to the team, he actually celebrated with his ball boy, which is awesome to see. He is a big light in soccer, and I do kind of miss seeing him in the big
stage,
like on the big stage with the bigger teams. But congrats to Benfica. Congrats
Honestly,
to that goalkeeper.
Bro, he's my GOAT. He's my coaching
coaches.
GOAT. I feel like I don't feel like any coach has pulled as much out of his players, right? Based off expectation and result in multiple situations. He has
Champions League with Porto.
Always tough to break down.
Yeah, Champions League with Porto.
With Inter.
But that was his last Champions League.
Sure.
It's been 16 years. He's gone to big clubs. Haven't really delivered.
But all those teams that he went to have shown to have systematic problems.
Right, but they
United and Tottenham have shown. And for United, didn't he win the damn Europa with them?
He won the Europa with them, yeah.
So
like hear me, United, Europa.
But the stage of where they're at, they were not at the Sir Alex. They just weren't. That's a fact. That's a fact.
It's just tough.
3 Premier Leagues with Chelsea.
Okay. Then he's great when it comes to your the runs that he did have in Champions League.
Guardiola's never
legendary
pulled
runs.
That out of a team. That's what I'm saying. Guardiola's teams, for example, are always highly, he has big players. Like Mourinho had big players, but I'm talking about budget and all that stuff. Expectation, Mourinho really Guardiola does not have a Porto moment. Sir Alex doesn't have a Porto moment. But then you go to a team like Inter. Inter was a solid team throughout the 2000s, but they won the Champions League.
They did.
His teams are always tough to break down.
It's a tough one. Yes, but then it's about the other years, what did you do then?
You're not gonna win every year.
You're not gonna win every year, but at least you're gonna be able to compete or stuff like that. There were some times with Madrid, he didn't win.
He won La Liga for Madrid.
What, once?
Yeah. But that was also arguably the best era of Barcelona ever.
He was there for 3-4 years.
That was also arguably the best era of Barcelona ever, though.
They didn't really compete in Champions League. You had to, quote unquote, according to himself, he was the best player in soccer.
He's obviously
Ronaldo.
Say that. Oh, to himself. Oh.
Yeah. Inconsistent. But going back to this Champions League again, Barca, top. Mm-hmm. Top 8 of 6 Premier Leagues, 5 Premier League teams made the top 8. Yeah. Which Tottenham is struggling in Premier League. Which shows you what exactly, which is telling. Well, then Champions League is a different brand of soccer.
For a team that struggled the way Tottenham has, who's potentially in relegation battles,
Liverpool is struggling.
3 and 4 in Champions League for them too.
Yeah. What else?
Chelsea City.
Chelsea and
Arsenal. Arsenal.
Yeah. Chelsea City is playing in the
City's 8.
Oh yeah, they did. Yeah. Dang, Madrid playing for the playoffs.
Yeah.
Madrid.
And they might face Benfica. It's either Benfica or Bodo.
No, they're facing Inter.
No. Madrid?
Yeah. I think it came out. They're facing Inter.
When did that come out?
If we check the fixtures.
Bro, they literally announced they could only face. They're either gonna face Benfica or Bodo.
They said that?
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I saw that earlier.
Oh,
yeah, they don't know yet.
Okay, well,
so it might be Mourinho again. And with how Madrid is falling apart right now, Mourinho's teams are always tough to break down. You got a captain like Otamendi. They have Pavlidis. They have a few little pieces on that team.
Yeah.
With how Madrid is, if Madrid's playing, they're gonna beat them.
I can't fully say that.
Come on,
we can't fully say that. We haven't.
I said if they're playing, they're gonna beat them. If they're playing some solid,
they've been playing. Just hasn't looked good. Madrid's been we can't act like, once again, the defensive wars are so bad. Do you see that Asensio first goal?
Yeah.
The defending there was just there was no need for you to go down yet. There was no need for you to slide yet. You just embarrass yourself sliding. Then you try to get up. You stumble and fall on your face. That don't make sense how you went there for a slide tackle. Defensively, I just think they're a horrible team. Defensively, they're just horrible. They don't work well enough together. I don't expect Arbeloa to come in there and be able to change things immediately because I didn't have that offseason to train the team.
But defensively, Asensio, first of all, is going to have to miss the first leg because he got a red card.
Right.
And so
is Rodrigo.
But Rudiger and or Militao may be back.
Rudiger has not been the same player that he was since
that's at least
Chelsea,
a center back
since Chelsea.
Yeah, he hasn't though. Oh no, his first year in Madrid, I think he was good, and then he dropped.
The first year, then he completely dropped. So I don't expect to see him next year on the team.
Yeah.
Do they really have a left back like that? They don't really have a right back like that. All guys are getting injured like crazy. I have no faith in Madrid. I think the closest thing they'll get to winning is probably La Liga. I don't see them winning Champions League.
Okay. So with that being said, after the group stage has now finished, with the playoffs coming up and then the knockouts, who do you think are the favorites right now for Champions League? Or if not a solid one, that little
I think
tier one.
A lot of people are thinking Arsenal, but I don't.
But then you have to respect them as a favorite.
Yeah, you have to respect them as a favorite, but I just don't see it in them. Like, open play wise, they don't really. I don't feel like they score enough in open play. Or like when they get the opportunity in open play, they don't score enough. Yeah,
but they're also tough to break down. If somebody's gonna have to face them for two legs,
you're not scoring.
They're not scoring. I don't know if they're scoring
2 or 3 goals.
Yeah, each leg. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of these teams, the top teams, a lot of them kind of do rely on that a little bit. Like a lot of like for example, like let's say Barcelona. That would be a contrasting style.
Barcelona, we need to outscore the opponent.
Yeah.
So like soccer.
So that's an example.
So Arsenal, I guess you can throw too. Arsenal in there. Bayern will be tough. I guess you can say Barca in a way.
Okay.
Barca, possession wise, we're gonna dominate you. We have Lamine Yamal. If we can get Pedri and De Jong back healthy again,
your defense
in the midfield,
it's just not good enough. I don't think to win. It's just not. Anybody could score on you, like anybody.
But
anybody.
I think eventually when we get, I think we learned from last year. We made the semifinals at least. That there's certain ways that we gotta play in crucial time. When it comes down to locking the backup, we have to lock the backup. We can't be playing as high as we want to. But yeah, I think Arsenal, Barca, Bayern,
Chelsea.
Arsenal, Barca, Bayern are my 3.
When Chelsea beat Barcelona, delusional.
Didn't have Pedri, and I had
we didn't have Cole Palmer once again.
We didn't have Cole Palmer. We had some mental problems on the team.
Yo.
It's not me.
All right. So
he said the thing, not me. I didn't say nothing.
So I think,
I
think Arsenal, Bayern, Chelsea, City's gonna be tough. Like City's gonna be a tough. Because Semenyo is coming on crazy.
Yeah. But like, if you can question Barca's defense, I don't see why we're not questioning City's defense. Also, their defense has not been that good.
I think City's defense is better than your defense. And City hasn't really been that healthy like that.
I'll take Barca's defense.
No, oh my gosh, bro.
I'll take Barca's defense. Not only that, but like Semenyo is gonna be a crazy. He's gonna be crazy. I think
he's nasty.
I think I was wrong 2-3 weeks ago about the Saka Semenyo thing.
You see what I'm saying.
For as much as I love Saka, but I don't see any more progression for him. It just feels like he's just flatlining.
My friend tries to say that because he keeps getting double teamed. He does get double teamed a lot though. Okay, but he was saying that he gets double teamed so much where it's like he creates a lot of dangerous chances.
That's where the greats. Yeah. That's where the greats thrive of.
Yeah.
What, Lamine Yamal doesn't get double teamed?
But yeah.
like if we're being like you want to be great, you had to work on how to get through those double teams. In fact, guess what? If you beat that double team, that means that somewhere out there, one of your teammates is gonna be open because 2 guys are marking you.
Yeah.
It's to be a positive that you get double teamed. You need to learn how to play out of a double team.
I don't expect PSG to really be a favorite this year, but I wouldn't be surprised if like it kind of just takes a few weeks to get hot, depending on their matchup and stuff.
They did the same thing last year. Last year they finished in the bottom. They finished in the bottom 8.
Yeah.
And they worked their way to,
and they just became
Champions
crazy.
League.
They were crazy.
Once you go on that run, anything can happen. Your Cinderella moment. What, in 2014? Then Dortmund going on a crazy run.
Yeah,
they made it to the finals.
Yeah,
so
it's not really Cinderella, but yes, I know what you mean.
Yeah, but anything can happen.
I think this is
They haven't looked at like they haven't been as healthy as they were. But PSG really picked it up January of last year, really.
Yeah. So I mean,
maybe this could be the same thing.
We'll see.
But they needed a result against Newcastle and they struggled. Dembele kind of struggled.
A tough team.
Dembele kind of struggled. I haven't seen the Ballon d'Or with Dembele yet.
He's kind of getting into form though. I'm not gonna lie. He's been getting.
Lately.
He's getting into form. But all jokes aside, let me tell you why I really think Chelsea could be a favorite. Senior, no, he's a good manager. I like him, right? What he did against Napoli, this is my thing. He fucked up in the first half, but he knows he fucked up. He put Reece James center back. He put Gusto right back. He wanted to play a little bit more on the front foot, try to be a little bit more aggressive, but that exposed us a little bit more defensively. Here's my thing. It is early in his coaching career with them.
With Chelsea, yeah.
For Chelsea. So it's like, I don't mind you taking a risk or you have to try things. Sometimes you got to get your answer. And you try it. Okay, cool. So now you try it. So he realized at halftime it wasn't working. And he changed. We were down 2-1. We struggled to even create much in the first half, nothing.
Yeah.
You come in second half, you change it. And a lot of the things I've been asking for, dead ass he did. I can't complain. He's trusting Esteval more to actually play. Maresca, I feel like was protecting him a lot. I don't know why he protect. If he's good enough, just play him.
Yeah.
Giddens got real minutes. Giddens came in minute 60 around that, right? Neto, and I like Neto this year, but a lot of times he does struggle as well. And I feel like Maresca in a game like that, he would have played 90 minutes.
He would have
kept him on. But I
night.
like that he put on Giddens, right? And I think Chelsea have now shown, I also feel like under Maresca, because I feel like a little bit he was stubborn. I feel like we don't win that game yesterday. I feel like we end up losing. I feel like the team is kind of maturing. Enzo's another level.
Question. Do you feel that for as great as Reece James is, do you think he's being asked to play too many different positions at times?
No. The center back maybe
he plays center back. He plays right back.
The center back was literally only twice though. The center back was he only did the center back that game, and then against Liverpool when we beat them. But I think we had injuries, and then Maresca was going for it and all that stuff. I don't. If he has the ability, I'm sure there's other games Reece James could play center back. This is also a game away at Napoli. If it's home at Napoli, it's probably different energy, different, So I don't think, but playing right back center mid, he's been doing that since Wigan.
Right.
So
okay, we'll see.
He's that type. He's that level of player. He's not Trent that can't. He could actually do it.
I think Chelsea's biggest problem will still be that 9 option.
Joao Pedro is the 9 option. Joao Pedro is the 9 option. He's Steve. He's gonna be world class.
You told me that in the summer when you guys won the
I've been saying this.
He struggled.
Everybody goes through it.
He struggled from that moment on until what? Until the beginning of this year, he struggled.
So that makes a question, right?
You
can say that, right? You can say that.
You can't have a striker that's scoring one goal every
23 games,
5-6 games.
23 games, 8 goals, 3 assists. That's bad.
How many of those games were Brace?
I don't know.
He scored 2 goals.
This is just showing me.
It don't seem like they don't.
But you also got to watch the game. Maresca was playing him as a 10 a lot of times. You know what I'm saying? Maybe he was being misused. Palmer was out. All these different types of things. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
but these things matter though,
we'll
right?
Have to see. We'll have to see more.
Andre Santos is coming into the team now.
We'll have to see how they gel together more.
I think Arsenal, you have to respect them. Bayern is also a scary team. Both sides, they're just always scary, right? Olise is another level too. Olise is class. He's really class. I think, honestly, I don't know. I think Barcelona's defense may struggle. I think it's City, Chelsea.
I think City defense will struggle.
It's City, Chelsea. I think these 4 are probably going to win it. City, Chelsea, Arsenal, Bayern. Generally, that's what I think.
You don't put Barca on that list at all?
I said who I think is going to win it.
Listen,
I don't think Barcelona would win it.
A team that still made it to the semifinals last year. What are you? Still made it to the semifinals last year.
Okay.
You don't think that they can still at least get to that spot?
I didn't say. First of all, the matchups might not even end up like that.
I'm just saying.
I didn't say that those 4. I said if I had to pick one of those 4 to win,
you're putting Chelsea on that list.
Yes, because I know what I'm looking at.
A team that struggles when, like, at any point Chelsea can just start struggling.
In Champions League,
it was 8 games. You won 5. You tied 1. You lost 2. Same thing with Barca. 5-1-2. So then what's the difference? Like, we're consistent enough in La Liga.
But I faced you and I beat you
without Pedri, and then once again we had some health issues on the team.
Bro, we didn't have Palmer. You keep saying the same shit.
We had some health issues on the team.
Oh my gosh, bro.
But I just Arsenal, Bayern, Barca. I'm only sticking with 3.
So what's your 3 in order? What are your 3?
Back to
your
order?
3 favorites. Your 3 favorites for Champions League in order.
Barca, biased, but Barca, Bayern, Arsenal.
And what's your non-biased?
Guess I'll have to say Chelsea then. I think they're just more consistent than a Madrid. I'd rather pick a Chelsea over Madrid. I'll pick Chelsea over.
No, I say your non-biased list though. You said you get Chelsea.
Or non-biased, like my.
You said Barca
non-biased
would still be
non-biased
Barca.
would still be Barca first.
Okay. All right. So my list would be. Honestly, my favorites right now. You have to respect. I'm gonna go Bayern, Chelsea, Arsenal.
You have
Bayern, Chelsea, Arsenal. As of right now,
crazy.
I would go Bayern, Chelsea, Arsenal.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now, lastly, we're gonna shift to some basketball, right? And the trade deadline's coming up. Crazy time.
The Knicks need to do something.
They do. But before we dive into the trade deadline currently, we're going to play 2 of our classic games on timeout. First, we're going to start bench cut trade deadline deals of the past.
Okay.
So, and start bench cut, and I don't want to disrespect nobody, but I guess just throw away. Okay, throw away would be worse than cut.
Yeah, so cut.
Okay?
Yeah.
So there's 4 options.
Or start, bench, cut, throw away?
Yes.
I mean, cut and throw away is the same thing.
Yeah, but there's 4 options.
Okay.
Carmelo Anthony to the Knicks, 2011. Darren Williams to the Nets, 2011. Jimmy Butler to the Heat, 2020. And Paul George to OKC, 2017.
Nets made playoff that year? Like, the Nets did have a decent run when they did get Darren.
That's why it's not an easy question. It's not an easy question.
Darren is an Olympian.
You love them accolades, yo.
He's an Olympian.
Oh yeah, yes he is. Yes.
Dang. That's
No, they didn't. They were 24 and 58.
Okay, so never mind. So
they were already trashed though when he came in.
So Darren gets thrown away. The impact,
but the impact isn't just that year though. It's not about what happened that year. It's the totality of the deal.
Yeah, totality of the deal.
Okay.
They didn't.
Okay. I'm just saying. You just brought that up. I'm just saying.
When did Paul Pierce go there again? That 14, 15?
Yeah, 14.
And KG joined them 14, 15 also?
Same. They were in the same deal.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Throw that one away. Then we got Melo to the Knicks. Melo to the
Knicks, Jimmy to the Heat, Paul George to OKC.
So I'm starting Jimmy. He made it to 2 finals. At the end of the day, he still reached further than the other guys. So Jimmy finals, throw away Darren, bench and cut. It was Melo Nixon.
Melo, Knicks, and Paul George, OKC.
I'll take Melo Knicks on the bench, and then I'll cut Paul.
So your order:
Jimmy starts, bench Melo, cut Paul, and then throw away Darren.
Okay, I'm kind of similar on that. I think I'm similar on that.
Makes sense. Like,
yeah,
Jimmy still brought you guys to two.
It's weird though. Like,
he beat the Sixers?
So here's what I would argue, right?
Beat Giannis?
So here's what I would argue though, right? I agree with that aspect of it, right? But if you look at the totality of the deal, right? One thing that I could argue for, let's just say for Melo and the Knicks, or even Paul George and OKC. Paul George and OKC was an MVP player. He finished second MVP, right? Yeah. Like Jimmy Butler as an individual, other than the playoff Jimmy, he never was, like Jimmy Butler's kind of like Eli Manning, but to a higher level. He was an all-star, but he wasn't like never like top 10, you know?
Right.
Melo was top 10. Paul George was top 10. But hold on, right? But then Paul George, yeah, you could say, I would say Jimmy definitely. I'm just saying, Melo though, I'm saying like in terms of like what Melo brought to New York, Melo was a fresh of breath air for New York. New York was going through a lot. Melo was a fresh of breath air. Jimmy Butler was going into a Miami franchise that was already, you know what I'm saying? Like over the years already had a culture, always a rat. But that matters though in terms of the totality of the deal.
What was Miami from the time Bron left to 2019 really?
They were like a playoff team though. But they were decent.
No one thought that they were ever like people thought that.
But they were always decent. But you always knew at some point they were gonna come back because of the culture. You always knew with Eric Spoelstra at the helm, Pat Riley was just say what you want about him. You always knew that. You always knew that they were gonna be a team that was always around, right?
Did anyone believe that they were gonna make it to that Jimmy would have carried the team to 2?
No, but that's the point though. That's the point. They always had the culture there. Melo, he didn't have the culture there. Melo had to take a team that was in the mud and actually make New York relevant again. He brought New York sports to another, like New York sports was at another level at that time. Those are all the things. And then he had no front office.
Yes, Tyson Chandler with them.
Okay.
Defensive Player of the Year. Was it that year or the year before that?
You're competing with LeBron James, Dwayne Wade, and Chris Bosh.
You had an injured Amari.
And then what?
What? You had JR.
That's not the same year that he got 6-man though. But okay.
But then, what did he accomplish in New York? We said what, 2nd round exit? The first he got with New York was a 2nd round exit. How are we gonna compare a 2nd round exit to a guy that made two finals appearances?
I'm just saying, he made 2 finals appearances, but Melo as an individual player was better than Jimmy Butler.
Yeah, his time
100%. In New York. But what he also had to do in terms of he brought a city that was with nothing and brought life to New York again. He brought life to New York again. Jimmy Butler was coming into a culture that was already established. Okay, but sure. My list is, I'm not gonna lie, I'm going Melo because I think he brought a new sense of fresh air to New York.
2nd round exit. Go ahead.
Then Jimmy Butler, then Paul George, then Darren Williams. So start Melo, bench Jimmy, cut Paul George, throw away Darren
argument
Williams.
That you're making for Melo, then you can't make that argument for Paul George in a way.
Paul George wasn't there that long. He wasn't. Paul George stayed there like,
they made what, playoffs at least all those 3 years.
But he wasn't there that long though.
Okay,
and Paul George didn't change nothing. The culture OKC. The deals are bigger than just what you see. Like there's a different, like the marketing aspect, the numbers, all that stuff matters. New York wasn't relevant before that.
I think that's a terrible. I think that's a terrible list just by having.
Okay, sure. Second game, right? Now these are deals that helped lead teams to championships.
Okay.
So we're gonna rank 1 to 5 these championship edition trade deadline deals. Pau Gasol to the Lakers in 2008. The classic Stephen A. Kwame Brown.
He got small hands.
Yeah. That was good. Rasheed Wallace to the Pistons, 2004.
Okay.
Marc Gasol to the Raptors, 2019.
Okay.
Clyde Drexler to the Houston Rockets in 1995. And Tyson Chandler to the Dallas Mavericks in 2011.
I'm gonna put AD on that list.
I don't think he was a deadline deal.
Deadline deal? No, they had a year together, right?
I don't think.
Yeah, they had a year together. Yeah, never mind. Okay. You said 5 names. Who were the 5 again? You said Clyde
Drexler, Rasheed Wallace
Sheed,
to the Pistons.
Powell,
Pau Gasol, Marc Gasol, and Tyson Chandler.
You still only won it once, right?
Twice
with them? Then you still had, what's his name with them?
Yeah, AD negotiated over the summer.
Over the summer? Okay.
That's why it's not.
Dang. I think that.
And no, Drexler had one. Drexler had one.
Okay, so then impact-wise, and I'll put Powell probably.
As the
one.
Okay.
What, three final appearances?
Mm-hmm.
2 championships?
Mm-hmm.
That's within that span of time. 3.
Yeah. So he was traded in 2008. So that year they lost the finals. Then they won.
Straight.
Yeah.
So I had to put him as 1. 2. I have Marc Gasol, Clyde. Who else again?
Marc Gasol, Clyde.
Mark, Clyde,
Tyson Chandler, Rasheed Wallace, Pau Gasol.
Okay, I think I go Marc Gasol as 5. 4, I go Tyson. 2 and 3 is words. I have Clyde and
Rasheed. No. You have
yeah, Clyde and Rasheed left.
Wait, where was Pau? Pau's
number 1.
Oh, yeah, sorry, 2 and 3. Okay, yeah.
So Pau, last I said was
Mark.
Yep. Yeah, that's his spot. I said Tyson.
Yeah.
Pau. Dang. Who did that Rockets team go up against?
95, the Magic.
That was the young Shaq.
Yeah.
So I'll put Rasheed 2 and Clyde 3. So Powell, Rasheed, Clyde, Tyson, Mark. I think that's a fair list.
Okay.
Powell, you gotta respect the 2 out of 3. Rasheed, you gotta respect that they took down that Lakers team.
Yeah.
Clyde, it was a young Magic squad still. 90s era, still tough basketball to play. Tyson helped take down LeBron for that first one. And then Mark, for as great as he was, I think he robbed LeBron of that 2013 Defensive Player of the Year award. And that I have that he just didn't do enough, I think, with the Lakers that 2021 year.
But no, he was old, bro.
He won with the Lakers. No, my bugging. He wasn't part of that team. He wasn't part of the bubble team. No, he wasn't. He was the following year, I think. We had him at one point. He just didn't live up to expectations. Like, I think that's my list. What's yours?
My list is Pau Gasol.
Okay.
For most impactful championship trade deadline deals, I'm gonna go Pau Gasol, Rasheed Wallace. Pau Gasol, Rasheed Wallace, Tyson Chandler,
Okay.
Marc Gasol, Clyde Drexler. Now, let me tell you. Pau Gasol, he was a spark of fresh air for Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe just needed a running mate. And he got that. And he was an all-star, great player, one of the greatest European players to do it.
Yep.
Self-explanatory. Rasheed Wallace, he comes to Detroit, right? They were a good playoff team around that time.
Yeah.
He comes to Detroit. They went 20-6 once he was traded.
Their defense was
crazy. He brought the energy. Like, he's like, his energy, his play style, like, exemplified what that team was, and everything.
Detroit with the signature belt.
With the signature belt. And like I said, when after he got traded, they went 20-6. Then they go on that run.
Yeah.
I think that impact is huge. I think it's huge.
So we agree on the first two. Okay.
Tyson Chandler was my 3. Because now, as I get further down this list, right, I feel like, for example, Tyson Chandler helped solidify that Dallas defense for a team that wasn't necessarily overly viewed as a full-on championship team. They were viewed as a solid playoff team, potential contender, not a real all-out contender, So...
And to beat the Lakers, who were trying to...
Beat the Lakers, OKC, and...
A young OKC with the...
And Heat.
Yeah.
Like, that's a tough playoff run, right?
Bron Wade.
I believe the Blazers the first round, I believe.
I
believe it was the Blazers.
LaMarcus, man.
Yeah, he was in...
LaMarcus, man.
Yeah, I believe it was the Blazers. Let me tell you.
I low-key wish that Nets team was better.
Yeah. They had a crazy team. Yeah, it was the Blazers they beat. So they beat the Blazers in 6, Lakers in 4, OKC in 5, Miami in 6, right? So Tyson Chandler, mind you, they were a 3 seed, right?
Yeah.
So 3 seed is like solid.
They're still solid, yeah.
It's not necessarily you're the team. Yeah. Mind you, the East still has Chicago. The East still has Boston, Miami, you know what I'm saying? All these tough, you know what I'm saying? So like
those are fun series to watch.
Tough, crazy. It was crazy. So I think that's why Tyson Chandler is probably 3 for me, because I think his impact on a team that wasn't necessarily expected to necessarily do so much while being a defensive player of the year level player,
Okay.
Then you get to Marc Gasol. I think he helped solidify, once again, similar to Tyson Chandler, but to a lesser level. He helped solidify their defense. He helped bring a veteran presence, passing.
His passing was amazing.
His passing was amazing. He was a do-it-all center for them, right? And I think he wasn't all-star Marc Gasol, but also that also goes to the Toronto run. Yes, you could say the Golden State situation, whatever, but nobody even expected them to make the finals, right? Okay. So, like, now Drexler...
The lucky bounce.
Drexler was a little past it, in my opinion, and I think Houston was already a champion. Yes, every season is different. Houston literally won the year before.
I could see that. Okay, I could see.
And yes, they were a championship team, but they weren't like, yes, you wanted to make a deal because maybe you feel like you need a spark. But at the end of the day, you still had that championship team. Yes, he helped them. Of course, he helped them. I don't know if they win it without him, right? But
okay,
like. For a dude that's past it to join a team in a championship, like, you know what I mean? Like, that already had won a championship. I don't know if that's more impactful.
I can put Clyde 4th and then put Tyson 3rd. I think Mark's staying solid for me.
Okay.
I just don't feel that, like, the impact obviously was there, but I just don't think it was like an all-star level type impact.
Yeah.
I think the other guys were all-star level type impacts on the teams.
Clyde, though?
Like, maybe Clyde. That's why he's 4th now.
But he's joining a team that won the chip the year before.
Yeah, but Marc Gasol.
But no, Clyde was still good, though. Clyde was still good.
Don't you know I say, like...
Clyde was still good.
Like, in a way, like, yes, that run was
I'm
great.
switching. I'm switching.
Clyde 3rd?
No, Clyde 4th.
Clyde 4th?
I'm going to go Pau Gasol 1st, Rasheed Wallace 2nd, Tyson Chandler 3rd, Clyde Drexler 4th, Marc Gasol 5th.
Yeah, that I'm glad we can agree on something, but I think that list makes sense.
Yeah, but you switched my list. You switched your list after what I said.
Yeah, but then you just switched after what I said.
No, I switched because of Clyde Drexler. I underestimated Clyde Drexler's level at the time of the trade.
Okay, but you still.
That's not why
you had Mark at what, 4th?
4, yeah.
Yeah, now you jumped onto that to 5th.
That's not. It's just a switch. But okay. So
But
now speaking of the trade deadline, now we get to the current one, right? Obviously, it's a big deal now. Everybody, the reports coming out that Giannis is looking for a new home.
He needs a new home.
Now, selfishly speaking, I want him to go to the Knicks.
I think that would be the best move for him.
But Golden State's intriguing. Golden State's intriguing.
But then if I'm the Bucks though, who on that team would I want?
If you could get, realistically, Jimmy's out until, right? And he's already old.
Next season.
But a team like Milwaukee, when you don't really know what the fuck you're going to get anyways for Giannis, if you could give them, let's just say, I don't know what they're going to take, right? But if you could give them a Jimmy, a Kuminga, maybe a random role player, right? Plus some picks, you don't think that's worth it for Golden State?
For Golden State, but not for the Bucks.
I mean, for the Bucks, I'm saying that's a solid deal, though.
You got an injured Jimmy who's
still gonna be a good player when he comes back. It's not like he's gonna be washed.
It's a knee injury,
but he's not gonna be complete. Like he's not gonna be a scrub. He's a Hall of Famer.
Like you just said before, right? He's never had like a top 10. Never had a top 10 MVP season. So like,
but you're not asking him to be Jimmy though.
What is he bringing to the Bucks like that? No,
you're not asking him to be Jimmy though.
I think the Bucks will still want a fair trade. I think the best fair trade that you can get is with the Knicks. The Knicks could probably potentially give up Cat. You potentially could give up, let's just say McBride or Mikal Bridges or Josh Hart. Let's just say you package Josh Hart and Cat together, send it to Milwaukee. You still have left. You still have Brunson. You still have Mikal. You still have OG. And then you add Giannis and you have Mitch Robinson. You probably go out, see if you can get another big. See if you can get another big to at least just be on the bench so that Mitch and his ankles at times.
Here's my thing though. If I'm Giannis, you wouldn't want Steve. Can you imagine the offense that a Giannis and Steph Curry would create?
Yeah, but a Brunson.
No, that's not the same
Giannis.
thing. That's not the same thing. Brunson doesn't spread the floor like Steph Curry, right? Steph's probably better. Steph's a better passer. Steph's just better than Brunson. Okay, so let's just say, yeah, he is. So let's just say, but that's what I'm saying. So in all aspects, though, right?
Team wise, though, the Knicks are a better team still.
Realistically, if you don't have to give up and say what you want, right? But for me, honestly, part of the reason why I think that Draymond has been playing not as good is because his team isn't that good. But honestly, I do feel like if a Giannis comes, like Draymond has shown, like when he wants to play, he'll play.
He's also.
But that's my thing, though. Milwaukee wouldn't take Draymond, so he would be part of that. He would stay. He would be one of the people that stays.
I don't think any teams would take Draymond.
Sure, but he would be staying in Golden State. So you have a core of Steph.
He has to retire. I think he has to retire as a Warrior.
Yeah, maybe. But you have a core potentially of Steph, Giannis, and a lot of times with those deals, you probably end up with a random role player. You know that might be a little decent that adds.
Yeah, but I would. If I'm the Bucks, I'm not taking in Jimmy Butler. And then I already see how you guys.
Kuminga has a high ceiling too.
I see what you guys are doing to Kuminga already, so I don't know if I.
No, I think the league sees that Kuminga's nice. They just don't know what to do in terms of a deal.
Once again, I think Giannis to the Knicks sounds the most likely, because let's be honest, Cat, man, you can't be letting Russ do that to you in the paint, bro. There's so many posters of you trying to back someone. Back someone in the paint, and then it's like they're not moving and they're guards. How you a big 7 feet tall, 200 plus 200, we'll say 50, 60, and yet you can't move a 6'4" guard in Russ?
Yeah.
Like I get Russ is strong and all that, but like, bro, you were moving him an inch.
What about yes. Okay. Yes, right? Cat's been horrible. He's been horrible. No, I am not disagreeing that he's been horrible. I'm not disagreeing that the Knicks should try to go to Giannis or that it wouldn't be a good fit.
I think it'll be the best fit for Milwaukee
What about
too.
Minnesota though?
What you give up? What Julius Randle and
Probably one of the other, like a role player. You probably don't. You would honestly, you would probably be able to keep a minimum of.
I'll give up Dante DiVincenzo and I'll do the Knicks package. Dante, Julius.
And then maybe you can get some, because here's my thing.
'Cause then
realistically, I think Minnesota would be able to still keep Ant, McDaniels, and Gobert.
Yeah.
If you keep that with Giannis,
I mean,
I doubt they would have to give up Naz Reid if they give up. If they wouldn't give up Julius and Naz Reid.
So then the Bucks will be Miles Turner, Randall, DiVincenzo.
The Bucks not really having a future though.
I'm just saying Kevin Porter Jr. and Ron Rollins. I think if I'm the Bucks, I'll take that starting lineup over.
That's a solid team
over Jimmy Butler.
That's a solid team
over Jimmy Butler.
But realistically though, they're not trying to compete for nothing right now either. No. They might go into a full rebuild, to be honest with you. They might go into a rebuild.
They might need
where
to,
they might end up just buying Jimmy's contract out, and Jimmy probably ends up doing a Dame situation and signing. I wouldn't be surprised if that happened. Then he ends up signing.
Which mean that that the Bucks will go for a team that has picks. I don't know if
Golden State has picks. Mm-hmm. That's the thing. That's what I'm saying. That's what ties to the rebuild thing.
No, I think the Knicks gave up their picks. I think the Knicks gave up their picks with the.
And Golden State has multiple first-round picks.
Okay.
Multiple first-round picks for Kuminga plus a potential gym. Like, that's not a bad deal. For a team that doesn't really got no fee, you're rebuilding. Yeah. You just paid, you're rebuilding.
I don't know. And also, I don't know if I can trust that organization. Yeah. If I'm honest.
Yeah. No, he's going to leave.
No, not the Bucks. I'm talking about the
Knicks?
No.
Golden State?
Golden State organization. The way that they've been seeing, like they've been treating players.
Not the Stars. Not the Stars. Let's just be for real. Not the Stars.
Not the Stars, but I still don't feel like
he's Giannis. He's one of the greatest players ever.
Yeah, I don't know. The way that they treated Clay, I think was horrible.
Nah, come on. He was washed.
The way that they treated Kuminga.
How did they treat Clay? What did they do wrong to Clay?
Having him go up like that.
Steve, Kuminga, he was not good.
I'll still give him as a 6 man. Kuminga.
On, but Clay wants to get paid, right?
The way that they treated, maybe, yeah.
Come on.
The way that they treated Jordan Poole. I don't think they handled that situation properly. And then for a 7-year-old to ask Poole about that was crazy.
That was sad.
Once again, and which is like the impact of it all. That's still like that was a crazy thing Draymond did.
Yeah,
I was just and then for it to be on video and for the video to go out there, once again, the reason why I don't trust that, I don't think I can trust that front office like that. Like that video was someone in there leaked that video out. Like this wasn't a live stream practice.
Yeah. But honestly, that would be. But I think Minnesota's a little intriguing too. I think Minnesota's intriguing because I think Minnesota low key they have a lot of pieces to give, and in getting Giannis in return, it wouldn't look that crazy of a deal because of how high of a level Ant is.
Yeah. So I think picks is the move.
Picks is the move.
So whichever teams can give you the most picks, if you're trying to rebuild Milwaukee, it'll be that.
Golden State.
If I'm Giannis, I'd rather go to the Knicks.
Okay.
But another person that
I think I'd rather go to Minnesota if I'm honest. Now that I think about it, honestly, I'd rather go to Minnesota than
I think the Knicks still.
I'd rather go to Minnesota than Golden State than the Knicks, if I'm being honest with you.
I think because
how can you refuse playing with Steph?
Because of the path of travel, I think, with Knicks wise. Like the East is still not as competitive as it should be.
The West is thinking of that?
I'm just saying that's what I would
path of travel. Oh, I'm thinking about travel.
No.
Okay.
The West is still kind of stacked. You still got at least like 3 or 4 really contending teams in the West. In the East, you probably have 2, maybe.
Yeah.
2, maybe lucky to have 3.
Yeah.
So path to travel that, and then another trade deadline thing I think that we might see is the Ja situation, which I don't know if it's if it's bad play on his part, or it's because he's playing bad just because he wants to get traded. Like I don't think we've seen Ja like that for real play basketball.
Yeah,
like it looks like he's like a hostage. It looks like he's just a hostage, and like he's just doing what seems right to do.
He has a UCL sprain now. He's always injured.
He's always injured, so maybe
3 weeks he's gonna get rebound. So but there was a report that came out that he wants to stay though. I saw.
If he wants to stay, there's a lot. But like that team also, things really started going downhill, I think, once they got rid of Jenkins. Yeah. Was that the same year they got rid of Brooks and all them too? Like, they kind of scapegoated Brooks, which I didn't like.
Yeah.
Dylan Brooks, because he wasn't the problem on the team. Then what? You get rid of Dino Arms, Bane.
Dino Arms. What's up with you?
What? Then who else? You get rid of them. You still kept JJJ. Like, I think he has such a high ceiling, but he just doesn't deliver night in, night out.
Yeah.
He won Defensive Player of the Year somehow, but yet now he fouls OD. He can't stay in games.
Yeah.
He be
Doesn't
jacking up
rebound.
some wild threes. Can't rebound. Doesn't box out properly. I just think he has so much potential, but it just doesn't seem like it's being used effectively. Or I don't know if it's coaching, or if it's something personally with him, or maybe he has a problem with Ja or something. But also, Ja don't seem like, the teammates don't seem like they really mess with Ja like that.
Yeah. You saw him in
What's his name? Williams, I think his name.
Yeah, Vince Williams. Yeah.
Arguing. So I think that fun is done with Memphis.
Yeah.
I think he needs to find a new home. In order for him to also, it gives him an opportunity to rebrand, to reshape who Ja is. Because Ja is supposed,
I think he should go to a major city, man.
like, we're supposed to be having the conversation with Ja and like these rising stars, like guys like, when we mentioned Anthony Edwards, we should have also been kind of mentioning Ja.
Or like Maxey.
Or like a Maxey. Yeah, we're not doing that anymore. And he's also not playing like he's supposed to be.
Yeah.
But question is, where will that new home be though?
I don't think he's leaving. But if he does leave,
and other guys that need to leave their teams or at least start taking basketball serious, LaMelo.
but they're trying to. You saw that they're purposely trying to devalue him so they can get whatever deals on him. His minutes have gone down.
Yeah. So we'll see what that
don't make no sense.
He needs to take basketball serious though.
Yeah.
He needs to take, like, he's a great, he can be a great player. Just some silly stuff on the court.
Yeah.
And then Miles Bridges, low key.
He's nice though.
Miles Bridges
Kanepa was nice too.
Yeah.
Kanepa was nice.
And then
Musa Diabate is nice too.
Take a big move. If any contender or anyone that wants to be a contender, Trey Murphy.
Yeah. He's crazy. He's a good player.
Trey Murphy, if
Golden State should look at that too. They need a shooting wing. Yeah, that can spread the floor more.
The Lakers want to, man.
I don't think the Lakers have enough to give up.
I don't mind giving up white boy. I don't mind giving up for Trey, because at least he's a two. He's two-way player.
He does everything.
Yeah, and then long future wise, also with him and let's just say him and Luka. Luka don't play defense, but I know Trey's gonna pick it up.
Yeah.
And then Trey's a way better defensive player than AR is.
Yeah. Now, lastly, to leave the trade deadline, I just wanted to touch base with this a little bit. Lawrence Frank, the Clippers president, has signed a 4-year extension. And like, I'm not trying to be a hater, but I don't get it. I really don't get it. Like, he got executive of the year in 2019-20. Okay, cool. Like, he's not been horrible.
Yeah, I mean, like, once you bring in 2 stars like that, I expect you to not like expect, but like I will somewhat expect you to get executive of the year.
Like,
but then everything past the bubble and on, just hasn't been good.
But the
on
Paul
top
George
of that
deal,
too,
the SGA
the
deal,
Paul George deal, to see how SGA has turned out now, to see what they got Jalen, J-Dubs off that deal too, I think, right?
I'm not 100%.
I think so. And then they have a first round pick this year. Thank God.
Yeah.
Thank God the Clippers picked it up, because it was getting
That was
like,
gonna get better. I think the NBA probably had to step in. You can't let that happen.
We need you guys to go on a decent run.
Also, another thing, poor drafting. They low key. What was the last Clippers young player that you saw? I was like, nobody.
They got rid of SGA.
SGA, yeah, that was the last one.
That was the last one.
So like, you didn't even like, and they've had picks the last few years.
Yeah. And then, but
injury prone roster.
But also, I just think that his relationship with the greats within the organization, for a guy like for you to treat a guy like Chris Paul the way you just did,
that's a crime.
Right, that's a crime. The way that you treated Blake Griffin, they got him out of the Clippers, and it wasn't like a great situation that that they ended up with.
Russell Westbrook.
Yeah, it's
not the same thing, but Russell Westbrook. You know,
I just thought like
he hasn't been great. How does he get a 4-year extension now? That's my thing. When this year they've been this bad. That's what I'm saying. Like
bad this year.
People like are like people's mans and shit, and they really look out for them. Like that's crazy.
Steve Ballmer loves
like
him, I guess.
if it's 3 years ago, you could say, okay, how does he get it now?
4 years ago, 3 years ago, I think they're still kind of like.
But how does he get it now? Norman Powell just left, about to be an all-star.
Yeah.
Like.
Yeah,
a lot of the moves you're making are
just haven't you signed to who did you really sign this year even to?
A bunch of veterans, and now some of them are out the rotation.
Yeah, you signed a bunch of old heads. What? Brooke Lopez,
Chris Paul,
Batum. You got players like Chris Dunn,
Bradley Beal,
yeah.
Injury prone Bradley Beal, he got injured, but
how am I giving you a 4-year extension?
Yeah, I don't get why
what guarantees have you given to my team? We don't have a young star on the team, so it's not like we have anything to build around. Eventually, this project's gonna Zubac's gonna be there. Ooh, is there a way for them to find a way to get Ja?
Yeah.
Ja to the Clippers, I don't
know if they have, because they got a lot for Bane, the picks and stuff. I don't know if the Clippers have the picks.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, they gave up a bunch of picks in the SGA deal.
I think if the Clippers want to survive, I think Ja may be someone that they might want to go look out and see if they can.
If you got that for Bane, how can you? Ja's worth more than Bane technically.
Yeah.
So where are the Clippers picks coming from? That's what I'm saying.
I don't know. I'm just saying. I'm just throwing things out there just to see.
Yeah, but I just wanted to.
Ja in LA, that'll be.
Yeah. No, I just wanted to understand that a little more, because that generally was.
Like you get one executive of the year doesn't mean that you were, and it turns out that executive of the year thing, longevity wise,
yeah,
SGA won a championship, won an MVP on his way to win probably a second MVP. He's gonna be. He might end up being a top 15 player of all time.
Yeah, so. you really like, and Paul George isn't even on the Clippers anymore. Yeah. So now it's like, granted, obviously the age difference. They were never gonna play the same amount of years and stuff. But the end result of what you got, no, it's ridiculous.
I guess they were too much in the mindset of win now.
No, I don't think they were too much. If you win a championship, all is forgotten, though.
Yeah, but like they were in the mindset of win now. Like when
but if you have Kawhi Leonard, Paul George, you really think you could win now. Paul George and Kawhi Leonard were dumb. Like,
but then that also throws in the power that should players have as much power as they do in some franchises or not? Because the only way that
but that's not necessarily a bad roster. I mean,
Kawhi wanted to get there.
At the time, were you saying that's a bad roster move? No. So Paul George was coming off an MVP campaign in OKC.
Looking back at it now, it's like.
But hindsight is 2020.
Yeah.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
it's like, dang.
But yeah, I mean, I just don't get that. I just wanted to touch base with that. But this is gonna be, next week is Super Bowl week, so that's gonna be interesting.
Interesting episode.
Interesting time, man. Crimes going on all throughout these leagues. Bill Belichick, he'll be in the Hall of Fame this year. This year, they're gonna make a decision. They're gonna change something.
But if I'm Bill, do I accept it?
Yeah, how you walk on that stage and everybody's like,
I'm not accepting that.
Yeah,
but yeah.
As always, though, it's been another good one.
Mm-hmm.
It's been another good one. We'll see you guys next week. Yes, sir.
Viva Barca, Mescun Club.